Hey guys, what's up? So I'm being a little quiet because Kai is actually not there. And today we are doing a makeup and mystery, and we are going to be covering the Gannon Stauch case because, like the previous two cases, there have been some recent developments, and I really want to talk about those. So Gannon had actually been reported missing by his stepmother, Letitia Stauch, originally, and police say her story just did not make sense, and it kept changing. The most common one that I found is she said that Gannon wasn't feeling good. He had a tummy bug, and he stayed home from school that day, but later that day he went to a friend's house. Don't know if that would be weird in anybody else's household because obviously all parents are different, but in my household, if you were sick, stayed home from school sick, you stayed in bed for the whole day. Like, you were not going to a friend's house. No. However, she said he never came back, but she didn't give the friend's name, which was always weird. However, a neighbor actually was able to contradict this story from video cameras because he actually had a video, like he had like one of those like video cameras on his garage and happened to see the Stauch's residence. And on the day that Gannon disappeared, you could see Letitia and Gannon had gotten into the truck and like together, but when she came back 4 hours later, it was just her. So it's really weird. There was a very long search for Gannon because there was like, snowstorms within a few days of him disappearing. They originally thought he had been a runaway because his dad was like in the military and his mom lived in South Carolina and they were in Colorado Springs. I believe that his dad was actually like away, but I'm not entirely sure. So on February 1st, 2020, Letitia Stauch had rented a van with her teenage daughter and she drove from Colorado to Pensacola, which is in Florida if you don't know. And they arrived after midnight on February 4th, and they stayed in a hotel about 3 miles away from where Gannon's body had been found. So yes, Gannon Stauch, I'm not sure if you guys know, if you follow this case or not, his body has been found. It was found 2 years ago before the COVID pandemic hit. He was found under a bridge and he had been shot and stabbed. So his body was found under a bridge, wrapped in bedding and inside a suitcase. He had been shot in the jaw, stabbed in the chest and back, and suffered a skull fracture. So now let's just talk about the stepmom, Letitia Stauch, who is on trial at the moment for his murder. Police actually really began zeroing in on Letitia Stauch after the neighbor came forward with the evidence of Letitia and Gannon leaving in the truck, and then Letitia coming back later that same day that he disappeared without him. So Letitia was actually would talk so much trash about Gannon's biological mother, who happens to be from South Carolina. I don't know the story about why Al Stauch had custody of Gannon. I don't know that, and I don't honestly think that it is really important to the story. But Letitia did really hound Gannon's mother, and I think that really made the public really turn on her and be like, why aren't you coming together with the mother and trying to find this child? More on that is Gannon's parents, his biological mom and biological father, are divorced, and I actually think that Al had met Letitia and he had started a relationship with Letitia, or he was talking to her or something like that, either when he was still married to Gannon's mother or right around the time they were in the process of getting divorced. So Letitia's basically a homewrecker when you think about it. Because I mean, that's kind of how she's kind of portrayed, is, she broke up Gannon's biological parents' marriage, or she definitely caused a lot of hatred, I would say, between his biological parents, and put him in such a horrible position. I'm sure Stauch feels horrible because his new wife killed his son. I think Gannon actually had a little sister as well, so let's just be happy that she didn't die either. My brother is here. I literally heard him knocking on the door and I was like, what the fuck? I thought he was working. I completely forgot where I was because I was doing some makeup because my brother just came and he is trying to get his own place and I'm trying to help him out the best that I can. I'm such an amazing little sister. I think my brother woke Kai up. Fuck you, Gory. Oh, Lord. I was just looking for some stuff. So I did go ahead and get some makeup finished. Yes, that was Kai going. Yeah, I know that Letisa has decided to plead not guilty, like with an insanity plea. I think that it's crazy because she definitely knew what she was getting herself into by getting involved with a married man with children. There is a video that you can check out of Letisa and Gannon before Gannon was unfortunately killed. And it's really, really weird. Like, talking about, like, a candle burning the carpet. It's weird. I want to read some of the forensics. So, in Gannon's bedroom, investigators had found evidence of blood spatter on the walls and bloodstains on his mattress, carpet, and bedroom floor. Which is so crazy to me because he did walk out of the house willingly, but he was also 11 years old. So I don't know really like how a 11-year-old child would react in a situation like that. Like, I don't, like, maybe Letisa, prosecutors believe that she was tired of, I know your eczema is itchy, can you stop itching it? Prosecutors believe that Letisa had killed Gannon because she was tired of taking care of her stepchildren. So, one of her defense attorneys had actually stated during cross-examination that the back door to the family's home was open 10 times during the window of time in which investigators believe Gannon was killed. Which really could mean nothing, but the defense attorney is stating that someone else might have entered the house, and he also said that there was no history of documented child abuse and problems in the home that typically precedes in child homicides, and that says that Stauch's co-workers and friends described her as a good friend and stepmother. I think that this case is so extremely sad. I mean, Gannon was only 11 years old, and you know, he obviously like trusted his stepmother. Like, I am fortunate enough that both of my parents are together, so I don't really know about anything about like having a step parent. If you have a step parent and you want to comment something, then go ahead. But I'm pretty positive Gannon would trust Letisa because his father is married to her. As a parent, I am always constantly concerned about something like this happening to my children. Honestly, I have no idea how I would react if Kai or Jackson or even Caden. Like, I constantly worry about them. I hope that I have a close enough relationship to my kids that they feel comfortable enough talking to me about it. I mean, close. He knows that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. In conclusion, I think that Letisa Stauch is honestly a horrible person, and I kind of hope she goes to jail for the rest of her life for this, to be completely honest, 'cause I think it's pretty obvious that she did it. I mean, if a random person had killed Gannon, why would he show up 3 miles away from the hotel that she and her daughter stayed at? I don't know, it's just weird. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So of course, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. All social media great stuff really helps this channel out. And don't forget that 250 subscriber giveaway. At the time I'm filming this, it's 250. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!